and not feel the pressure that I know Mr. Byrne or Ms. O'Toole is under to make certain votes. Because I genuinely believe you care about the people of Tom's River. You show up everywhere. So I give you much credit for that. I just want you to know that it's not the people's disdain for you by any means. It's the constant yes of votes that we all know are detrimental to our town. So please think about that moving forward. I wish all of you a very happy holiday, happy and healthy new year, and hopefully next year we'll bring bigger and better things for residents of Tom's River.
Street. I want to allude back to an article that was in Mr. Roderick's private Jersey Shore News regarding the people of the MUA and insurance that they get for their once-a-month meeting. Who do we know who makes over $70,000 in a salary, gets full medical benefits at a reduced rate for elected officials, gets a car, gas, tolls for daily commute to Irvington, and is never in town hall? Okay, we don't know. That's called the bait and switch. You put something out about something else so nobody notices what you're doing. The mayor always talks to everybody about saving taxpayer dollars. Well, he's using over $110,000 of taxpayer money, and he's never here. Think about it, $110,000 for a no-show job, and he's got the nerve to talk about somebody else and a no-show job. The other day, there was a Barrier Island Mayors Association just received an award from the New Jersey planning officials for their work in addressing flooding in Barrier Island. What was very obvious was there was nobody from Tom's River there, and nobody from Tom's River ever attends the meetings. So I don't know why we are not part. I don't know why the mayor doesn't go or Senate representative, but they do the work and somebody else takes the credit. And the last thing, the mayor made a comment, I think he must have been tongue-tied or something, where he said that police overtime is down. I don't understand, if you're down 20 police officers, and he also made the claim that there's more police on the road. If you're down 20 officers, how can there not be more overtime and more officers on the road? That doesn't even make any sense. Anybody who would have a brain can add 2 and 2, and that comes out to 5. All right? So, I don't know, you people out there, Mr. Roderick keeps telling me, no, you got more people, and I think I said at the last meeting, there's a time frame here in Tom's River where the town of Loulet has more police officers on the road than Tom's River in the new time schedule that our mayor put in. Thank you.
There are more police officers on the road because the schedule changed.
Next speaker.
Carlos Hammond, sorry. I just want to say happy holidays, guys. I know there's new people going, everybody coming forward. I just hope that you guys can get along for the better of our town. I wanted to address our mayor. You know, it's been a year since one of my neighbors got hit and on 166. I would like to see lights over there by the cemeteries. Why? Because 3 days ago, there was almost another accident because people walking, there's no sidewalk, and there's no lights, and you can't see people at all. So I would like to see, you know, if we could work something out. Winningham, that whole strip, we don't got no lights at all.
166 is a state road, so we can work on that. Speak with the city.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave my successor a number of items, and I'll add that to that. It's fine.
You know, we got 2 then Winningham Street. So.
Historic road there.
The other thing is, you know, we were having such a good meeting. Guys, I'm not the smartest, I keep telling you that, but common sense is communication, disagree to agree, disagree. You gotta learn how to communicate and to speak, you know? I know you're trying very hard and I see it. So I know we haven't seen eye to eye because of our today stuff, but you know, you gotta try to make that speak. Play some music. Because as a leader, if you're not here full time in the day, you need to be here full time to face the regular people over here. They are regular people. Now, the other thing is, when you collapse, I don't know anything, but if my father served, or this was military, and for for some reason, that's all that we've been taking off. That's some disrespect. No matter what I've done, or what's my past, whatever my father did is a different story. So that photo should go back up. And you're guys, stop playing around with the future. Because remember, today, you're here. Tomorrow, what's your legacy?
Thank you.
Have a great day,
You
guys.
too. May I speak?
I'm Michael Cohen, Stark Road, Township, New Jersey. I'd like to point out to everybody that the mayor of Eatontown committed the logical fallacy of false equivalency in his defense of abolishing carry permit fees. It's a false equivalency because fees for gun registration are allowed as administrative safety measures, while charging someone to worship is a direct burden on the religious exercise that the Constitution doesn't permit. After all, you can't point your religion at someone and kill them.
Any other speakers?
Barbara Crystal, 248 Bulkhead Avenue. I just wanted to thank you all for allowing the ordinance that was proposed months ago that would have allowed eminent domain to seize the property of Christ Episcopal Church, for allowing that ordinance to end and to die, and to protect the church. That was totally the right thing to do. Thank you so, so much.
Any other speakers? No problem. Go ahead.
I was excited to see Anthony's picture up there. And so, I felt good. You hear me now? Okay. I felt good, because I felt that when I said last month, and then you listened, everybody listened, we did, and his picture was up there. And I will tell you, I've got to apologize, Kevin Gagan family, and everybody else, because I really didn't see Mayor Hill's face, or his picture, until it was brought up over here. And then to see that Joey Gagan's picture was gone. I don't know who did it, I don't know what it was, but again.
We'll look into it.
Yeah, it's just not the right thing. Okay, excuse me. Yes, I usually don't make notes. Rentals, overcrowding, property maintenance on rental homes. I think going into next year is something I think maybe take a look at. I know when you first came on board, we were talking about facility management, that type of stuff, getting help, or whatever it is. So again, I still put a support for code enforcement, but the overcrowding is, it's getting worse. Commercial building, you know, we talked about high rises, we talked about anything like that. Take a ride down Route 9, I think our commercial building is going. And when it's going, there's a lot more that's gonna be gone. So consider that, you know, those of you going into next year. I call it the doghouse. Like, the animal shelter. You know of anything that's going into next year, or at this point where there's any resolve, any resolution? You know, again, a building that's sitting vacant for 2 years. Let's see what we can do. And when I talk about code enforcement, again, I mentioned, we are being kind of overrun by signs. I mean, what they're doing now, they're going up utility poles. And I don't know if, you know, phone company and, you know, JCP, whatever they have, there are ordinances that they actually have that they enforce. But again, a lot of it is safety, because they have to use those poles. Besides that, signs in the street, signs all over the place, in between some of the high risk areas. Something again, think about going into next year. The last one, the ADA committee and the sensory committees, they need to get back together, and they need to.
I'll certainly leave that with my successor. Again, I'm not here in 2.5 weeks or so, but I'll certainly let him to work on that.
But you will be an active president, right?
I will, I'll certainly, I'll fight that with you.
All the other council, I know I've gone around with some of you, I wasn't a couple of many times. But tonight was a better meeting last month. But, you know, now first, from this side of the room, we understand where it's coming from.
Merry Christmas.
So, Merry Christmas, thank you.
Any other speakers? Seeing none, motion to close public comment?
Make a motion. All in favor?
Aye. Mr. Hensel will have elected official comments. I'll start with Councilman Iverson. To my right, please.
I just want to thank everybody for all the support that they've been giving me and some of the council up here for the last year. But we have cameras in here, and someone needs to be held accountable for the removal of Mayor Gagan's picture. So, whoever our IT person is, who we know who they work for, and if they're not too afraid of losing their job, we'd like to see the video of who removed that picture. And where is it? Okay, but with that said, I just would like to wish everybody a happy and safe holiday season. Thank you very much. We'll see you next year.
Thank you, Councilman Brewer, would you like to speak?
Yes,
Okay, go ahead.
thank you. And finally, you're going to hear my voice. And this is something I held because I didn't have I got this one. Anyway, there was something I had to make clear today that was false. I was falsely accused of stealing money from Holiday City Organization. I was never summoned to the police station to be questioned about this accusation. My name was never mentioned at an infant investigation. I never stole anything. I have never been arrested, and I've never been in jail. Going to finish that. I am proud to have served on the board and been a part of the mayor's and council's accomplishments during my term. And with that, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
You too, Bill. Thank you. Very nice. Councilman Sikosi, will follow up.
Council President, I'm barely so eye to eye, okay? All right, but you know how I felt about you. I always tried to get you to leave the dark side.
I was never really there. I don't know. We're always friends.
Join the force.
We're basketball players.
Okay, but I wish you well and get started on that family tonight. And you said you were trying.
Well, yeah, personal.
Jim, what can I say about Councilman Quinsley?
Yeah.
I love the man. I got the two quietest guys up here, and the last 2 years we took a lot of arrows, and I know the arrows will still come. So Jim, I'm grateful for all your help and what you did for the town, and I'll be seeing you, and I love you. So, but to think things are going to change after January 1st, I don't think so. The shenanigans are still going to go on with the videos, the microphones going off, things disappearing, town hall being locked down, key cards, the codes being changed. All that is still going to be going on, and the new council coming in is going to be sabotaged every which way it can. So I have a message for the many professionals that are still here. We're on your side. We know the hard work that you do, and if there's anything going on in town that the new council should know about, please reach out to us. We'll back you 100%. And I have a message for somebody in the back that I haven't seen in a couple months, but and the subject came up tonight. I grew up in LA in the early 60s through the 60s and early 70s. And I grew up in Beverly Hills. My mother and I, we didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but she was in the film industry, and so it was actually Beverly Hills that we lived in. But I was known as the Italian Jew with my friends and everything, and I grew up, I celebrated the holidays with my Jewish friends at their houses. I met their grandparents that had numbered tattoos on their left forearm, but I was too young to really understand what that was. But I have great memories of growing up there, and everyone was wonderful to my mother and to myself. So that's my history. My philosophy here in this town is a level playing field for everybody. Everybody has the same rules and regulations in this town, period. That's the way I always been. And this seat is not for sale. I respect the people that sat in this chair before me for decades, and I tell you, everyone, there was a lot of money spent to get rid of me in the primary and the general election, and I funded my own campaign, and we've seen all the flyers. We know who's behind all this, and it really stinks for our town, a small town. I don't have the stomach to be a politician. It's horrible. It's horrible. But moving forward, I just hope for the best. Happy holidays.
Vice President Coleman.
Thank you, Justin. First of all, I just do want to thank Bill and Jim and Justin for their service on the council. It takes a strong person to sit up here and try to deal with thousands and thousands of people with thousands and thousands of different ideas. So to be on this council and to do a job, which I feel like all of them have. I mean, Jim and I don't always see eye to eye, but we've always been friendly to each other, and I appreciate that a lot, Jim. I mean that, and I wish you the best in the future, really do. I didn't know Bill. I think he got a raw deal. Bill didn't have anything to do with the finances of his neighborhood, and that was just it was the political thing. I feel bad for him because he really didn't deserve it. He's a very good man. And what can I say about Justin? We've only known each other for 2 years. We've had several conversations. He's always been courteous to me, and we've always worked well together. And so I hope, Justin, that things go well for you in the future. And anything I can do to help you, just give me a thing. The last thing I want to say is make sure that you love your family, love your mates, because I'm going to tell you, personally, when they're gone, there's a hole you cannot fill. So please, if you don't do anything else, make sure that you love your loved ones and show them respect. Number one, the town's important, but your family is number one. And I'm going to tell you, I learned that horrible lesson this year. And so I hope other people don't have to go through what I'm going through. But other than that, have a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, And please be safe, look both ways when you're crossing that street, all right? So have a good holiday, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Councilman Jim?
You guys all know that I usually don't write speeches, but today, since it's my last day, I prepared a little. All right, I did prepare something. Dave, first of all, thank you very much for your kind words, and I'm so glad that even though I'm not as old as you, you didn't suggest I go like a baby either. All right, first I want to thank Tom Driver. I want to thank all of you. It's been an honor that you asked me to serve you. And that's what I've done every day of my term as your councilman. Every night, every email, every conversation, every action, I serve the people of Tom River. I really, really want to thank my wife, who gave me the time I needed, sacrificing part of our lives for the benefit of the town, and for being the strength to keep pushing me forward. She's the rock, the support, the love that make it possible for me to do what I have to do. For those that listened when I spoke, understood what I was fighting for, and believed in me for the last 4 years, I thank you all. It has been my privilege to serve you. When I started this journey in politics over 4.5 years ago, I was being vetted in a room surrounded by a bunch of people, most of which I didn't know, asking me questions about my positions on different issues, my political connections, or the lack thereof. I answered every question best I could and honestly. And at the end of the grilling I endured, I said to that group of people, I don't owe anybody, and nobody owes me. I am proud to say that's the way I came into this position, and unlike so many other politicians, that's the way I'm going out. For all of those who've been paying attention, especially for the last 2 years, I still do not know who the painting contractor is for the parking garage. To the mayor and new council, fix the destruction that has happened to this town and to our police department over the last 2 years. Damage that's been done is not fair to the residents, nor to our police officers or our town. There are not enough officers on the road or detectives to investigate in a town of over 100,000 people. And a simple but tragic statistic to drive this home is this year, the traffic fatalities in Toms River have about doubled over the previous years. Don't tell me there's more cops on the road. Our police department was once the crown jewel of New Jersey police departments, a place where officers from other towns would transfer to. Now it's a place where good officers transfer from. To the council, good luck to the new council, all of you. Bring back the open and friendly environment that this room once represented just a couple years ago. Listen to the residents. Let them speak and be heard. It is their town, not ours. You serve them, they are our bosses. Work together, communicate with each other and the residents. Listen even if you think you don't agree, because what you're hearing even if you don't agree, because what you are hearing means something to the person saying it. To my friend Dave, I will miss you the most. Sorry, I'm to Dave right now. I'll miss you the most. I thank you for reminding me at the end of each meeting that what you and I have been doing up here was right, and for being the heart of this council. And for calling me at the end of every meeting, saying that you did a good job. For a while there, you and I stood on the dais alone and supported each other to keep the fight for Toms River, to keep fighting to keep Toms River great. Although I'm happy I don't have to wrestle with the chaos that has reigned over the last 2 years anymore, I'm sorry that I will not be here to support you. To the 13, thank you for the support, the work you all do, the help you've provided to me, and to the public. The work you have done is invaluable to our town. Please keep it up. Lastly, to the residents in this town, do your homework. The easy answer is what might be the easy answer to do is going to The easy answer is not what you're going to find on social media. It's seldom the right answer. Ask questions, stay vocal, stay active. It's your town. I want to thank you all again, and Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
That was very good, Jim, thank you. It was also very good serving with you. We've had our differences, but they're just over substance, it wasn't personality. I really enjoyed our time together, sometimes after the meeting, not during the meeting, but that's neither here nor there. And David, too, I think we always got along personality-wise. Many years ago, we were a very difficult, very good basketball player. Peter knows as well, Peter's played with you. You're an excellent basketball player, much bigger height, and you're tough in the paint, and I've always shared that with you. Tenacious, but what we disagree with is usually over substance, not over personality. But at the outset, too, I want to thank my wife, Ashley Lamb, was in attendance. Selfless public serving, selfless, serves on the Board of Education. She'll tell me every day that she's been serving longer than me to the public, and she also gets exponentially more votes townwide than I'll ever see. So she's right about all that. So as I deliver my final remarks as a member of this council tonight, I'm filled with gratitude for the opportunity to serve all of you and for the trust the residents placed in me. It has been one of the greatest honors of my professional life. Over my years on council, I made my mission to focus on tangible, measurable results for the people of Toms River. Tonight, as I conclude my service, I want to reflect briefly on the work we've accomplished together, all of us up here. I think one of the most significant initiatives that kind of just overlooked is we helped oversee the long-awaited beach replenishment project. This effort, which is slated to occur every 5 years or so, again, we thank the county also in the back. I want to thank Commissioner Jenny Haynes is in the back. Without her help and her unyielding support, that wouldn't have gotten done. But we worked to get that done together with our county partners or state partners, and that's important up there. It's important for my ward. I also ensure that safety railings were installed at every beach entrance, kind of a need and a wish by the OBBTA for many years. We got that done. And we made sure that the dune at 6th Avenue, where that boardwalk extension will be completed, was reconstructed and repositioned. And I want to thank our township engineer, John Mealy, as well for that. Also, critical beach fencing was secured to protect the shoreline. I'm also proud of the streetscape project up there. It's nearly a decade old. Hopefully we'll see that to fruition this spring. My successor hopefully will be able to follow through on that. He's in the back, Councilman-elect Bianchini. The project's been discussed for far too long, and we need to get that done. We also took important steps to improve overall safety on our roads. I'm proud to have supported the installation of new stop signs, stop bars, reductions in speed limits on our township roads like tonight on Adams Avenue. While these changes are small on paper, they're meaningful in everyday life, making our neighborhoods safer for families, children, and our seniors. But there's more work to be done. One of the most consequential actions we took, and controversial to several people, was ending the ill-fated conceived plan of building 10-story apartments downtown. Instead of allowing us to move forward, we made a better choice. I think we did that again today. We doubled down on that by following through on this Boatworks property. I think that the Boatworks, that whole property down there is a true public asset. We need more riverfront access. This will allow us to take that and go forward with that. We also took fiscal responsibility seriously. I know David and Jim, while we disagreed on several line items on the budget, they'll be the first. They've told me in the past that, again, the way to cut waste was aggressive at times, I get that, but we had to deliver no municipal tax increases over 4 years. That's quite an accomplishment. 5 years, correct. It was not always easy, but it was necessary, and I'm proud that I held myself accountable to those that elected me. I was elected to bring small government to this town, and that's what I focused on every day I served. As I prepare to step aside, I want to offer sincere good wishes to my fellow council members who will continue serving, and to new council members who will be sworn in January, especially my successor, Councilman-elect Bob Bianchini. I wish him the very best as he takes his role. Bob, I will support you in the work you do on behalf of our residents. It's not an easy ward. There's a lot of residents that demand a lot, and I wish you well, and I'll be there to support you. I also have a word for the administration. Unfortunately, I can't give it to them in person. But I want to encourage them to make a stronger effort to work closer with us, more collaboratively with the council. I think that's missing. I think while they don't agree with certain personalities or they don't agree with certain things we do, they have to make more of an effort to work with you. And come January, you're going to have, I think, the ability to express how that's going to be very important. I really believe that. I hope the mayor and the administration will begin to give more proper credit to the members that serve up here. I think that's forgotten somewhere. I think that's kind of like left somewhere outside this room. And I think that you can reestablish that relationship, and I wish you well. To residents of Toms River, again, thank you for your trust, your constant engagement, fair criticism at times, most of the time, which I agree, I wear a lot of that, and I think it's fair. I never argue that. And your belief that our town can always be better tomorrow than today. I leave this office proud of what we achieved and optimistic for what lies ahead. I want to thank you. Merry Christmas to all, Happy Hanukkah, and God bless Toms River. Thank you. Motion to close the meeting, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.